History ടിപ്സിൻ്റെ പുതിയ എപ്പിസോഡിലേക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. കാലിക്കറ്റ് യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയുടെ MA ഹിസ്റ്ററിയുടെ സെക്കൻഡ് സെമസ്റ്ററിൻ്റെ ഒരു പേപ്പറാണ് ഹിസ്റ്ററി ആൻഡ് തിയറി എന്നുള്ളത്. അതിലെ മൾട്ടിപ്പിൾ ചോയ്സ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ആണ് നമ്മൾ നോക്കുന്നത്. ഹു ഈസ് ദ ഓഥർ ഓഫ് ദ ബുക്ക് ദ ന്യൂ സയൻസ്? വിക്കോ ഈസ് ദ ഓഥർ ഓഫ് ദ ബുക്ക് ദ ന്യൂ സയൻസ്. ഹു റോട്ട് ദ ബുക്ക് ഹിസ്റ്ററി ഓഫ് ഇംഗ്ലണ്ട്? ഡേവിഡ് ഹ്യൂം wrote the book History of England. Who is regarded to be founder of positivism? Auguste Comte is regarded to be the founder of positivism. Who is considered as the founding father of empirical historiography? Ranke is considered as the founding father of empirical historiography. Ranke is considered as the founding father of empirical historiography. Who is associated with the idea of German idealism? Hegel is associated with the idea of German idealism. Hegel borrowed his dialectical method from Socrates. Hegel borrowed his dialectical method from Socrates. The methodology of ideal type is associated with Max Weber, who is the author of the Critique of Gotha program. Max is the author of Critique of Gotha program. Dash was one of the pioneers of critical theory. Habermas was one of the pioneers of critical theory. Who among the below is not associated with the historical anthropology? Ranke is not associated with historical anthropology. അപ്പോൾ എംലി ഡർക്ലിൻ, ക്ലിഫോർഡ് ഗീസ്, ആർണോൾഡ് വാൻ ഗനപ്പ് ഇവരൊക്കെ ഹിസ്റ്റോറിക്കൽ ആന്ത്രോപോളജിയുടെ ഭാഗമാണ്. ബട്ട് റാങ്കെ ഈസ് നോട്ട് അസോസിയേറ്റഡ് വിത്ത് ഹിസ്റ്റോറിക്കൽ ആന്ത്രോപോളജി. The Annal School of History is a historiographical trend emerged in dash century, 20th century. Annal School emerged in which country? France. The journal Annals, Economies, Societies, Civilizations first issue came out in which year? 1925. The journal Annals, Economies, Societies, Civilization first issue came out in which year? 1929. Historian named Dash has divided Annal School into different stages. Peter Berg. Historian named Dash has divided Annal School into different stages. Peter Berg. Who among the below is not associated with the second stage of Annal School? Henry Hauser. Second school of Annal School ഭാഗമായിരുന്നു ഫെർണാഡ് ബ്രൂഡൽ, റോബർട്ട് മൺട്രൂ, ജോർജസ് ഡൂബി എന്നിവർ. ഹെൻറി ഹോസർ ഇസ് നോട്ട് അസോസിയേറ്റ് വിത്ത് ദ സെക്കൻഡ് സ്റ്റേജ് ഓഫ് അന്നൽ സ്കൂൾ. ഇമാനുവൽ ലീറോയ് ലോണ്ട്രി ബിലോങ്സ് ടു ദ ഡാഷ് ഫേസ് ഓഫ് അന്നൽ സ്കൂൾ, തേർഡ് ഫേസ് ഓഫ് അന്നൽ സ്കൂൾ. ദ കൺസെപ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ലോങ് ഡ്യൂറി ഈസ് റിലേറ്റഡ് ടു ദ വർക്ക് ഓഫ് ബ്രൂഡൽ. The concept of long dury is related to the work of Brudel. The Mediterranean and the Mediterranean World in the Age of Philip II is the book written by Brudel. The Mediterranean and the Mediterranean World in the Age of Philip II is the book written by Brudel. Who authored the book Civilization and Capitalism? Fernand Brudel. Who authored the book Civilization and Capitalism? Bernard Brudel. History of mentalities is associated with the Danish intellectual history, French intellectual history. Who among the below is not associated with the history of mentalities? Herder is not associated with the history of mentalities. Dash studied about the mentalities of social deviants and non-conformists. Michael Foucault studied about mentalities of social deviants and non-conformists. Who wrote the book The Problem of Unbelief in 16th Century? The Religions of Rebellious. Lucien Febvre. Dash is the author of the book Les Loix de Memoire, Perenora. Which historian argues that memory developed through 3 stages: pre-modern, modern and post-modern? Perenora. Which historian stated that history is seen from below and not from above? Lucien Febvre. The book The Making of English Working Class was written by The Making of English Working Class is written by E.P. Thompson. Dash wrote the book The World Turned Upside Down? Christopher Hill wrote the book The World Turned Upside Down. The book, titled The Peasants of Northern France During the French Revolution, published in the year 1924. Who is the author of the book The Great Fear of 1789? Georges Lefebvre. The journal named Gender and History was published in the year 1989. The journal Gender and History was founded in Britain by Leonor Davidoff. The journal Gender and History was founded in Britain by Leonor Davidoff. Who asked the question, did women have a renaissance? John Kelly. Gender, a useful category of historical analysis, is written by whom? John W. Scott. Gender, a useful category of historical analysis, is written by John W. Scott. Who made the statement, gender is critical means by which power is expressed or legitimized? John W. Scott. What is Gender History is written by whom? Sonia Ross. The book What is Gender History is written by whom? Sonia Ross. Who among the below is not associated with the history of slavery? Foucault. The book Emergence of South Asian Caste System was written by The Emergence of South Asian Caste System was Morton Class. Dash wrote the book Beyond Caste Identity and Power in South Asia, Past and Present. Sumit Guha. Dash wrote the book Beyond Caste Identity and Power in South Asia, Past and Present. Sumit Guha. Who propagated the marriage circle theory? Morton Class. Who propagated marriage circle theory? Morton Class. Dash was a major advocate of the idea of holism. Doug Him. Who wrote the book Methodological Individualism's Definition and Reduction? May Brodbeck. Who wrote the book An Outline of Theory of Practice? Pierre Bourdieu. Who wrote the book An Outline of the Theory of Practice? Pierre Bourdieu. Who used the terms archaeology of knowledge and genealogy of power? Foucault. Theory of habitus was contribution of which social scientist? Bourdieu. Who wrote the book Outline of the Theory of Practice? Bourdieu. The book The Cracked Mirror, An Indian Debate on Experience and Theory was written by Gopal Guru and Sundar Surukai. Who among the below was a strong critic of neoliberalism? Bourdieu. The concept of ideal eternal history was propagated by Vico. Who is considered as the product of Scottish Enlightenment? David Hume. ഇത്രയാണ് ഹിസ്റ്ററി ആൻഡ് തിയറി എന്ന ഈ ഒരു പേപ്പറിൽ മൾട്ടിപ്പിൾ ചോയ്സ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ആയിട്ട് ഉള്ളത്. മറ്റൊരു വീഡിയോയുമായിട്ട് വീണ്ടും കാണാം. ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക് യു.